MJF gets the tattoo removed. Adam Page shows up in an electric pickup truck, Rivian, horns on the front. He's not in ring gear. He's in street clothes. He gets a one-on-one match with Aaron Solo tonight. Mr. X Bailey. 60 seconds. Adam Page wins.
Like Ricky Starks is new territory. What?
Yeah. I saw that.
Man.
Yeah, Bailey's got a type. I see that. I see you, Bailey.
Lucky guy, man.
I see you, Bailey. Regardless of Bailey's love interests, I have to ask a very serious question here, Tony or Willie Boy or anybody there watching backstage or someone that vehemently dislikes us and what we do and say about your product. Why was this necessary? Like, I'm speaking from the point of view of Jerry now, and it's not even JD. Why is this necessary? Because you started the show off with MJF getting the tattoo removal. Fine. Adam Page walks into the building as if he's going to fucking cut a promo on MJF after what happened last week. I mean, the guy spit in his fucking face. You don't think he's seething with fucking anger after what happened last week? Why is a 60-second match with a fucking jobber that nobody even knows exists? Why is this necessary? All you could have did was have Adam Page show up in his electric Rivian, walk through the backstage area, take the chair, sit in the middle of the ring, and call out MJF for a face-to-face promo segment tonight without the match. Why is it that this company needs to do everything behind a pro wrestling match? Even the most basic of things that don't need a pro wrestling match, they still give you a pro wrestling match. Adam Page did not need to beat Aaron Solo tonight for me to look at Adam Page any differently. He did not need to wrestle at all tonight to get his promo across. So why was it necessary? I don't really understand this. Jesse, did I have a problem with this? Am I on an island all to myself, or did you have a problem with this as well?
No. This was a contributing factor to me just not giving a crap about this show. I mean, just jobber matches.
Who cares?
This is the A show, man. We don't need to see jobber matches. We don't. We're gonna see a match. It needs to be some kind of story behind it to further progress a story going into the pay-per-view. You can save these jobber matches for I guess Collision, since there's no Rampage anymore. But this is a waste of time.
Why is this guy on Dynamite? I mean, Ring of Honor doesn't exist anymore? Pack him up and send him over there. We don't need to see this shit on the A show, honestly.
No, we don't.
MJF. He walks out after Hangman grabbed the chair, slid it into the ring. We got the graphic on the big screen, hyping the match. I'm excited about it. This is the biggest storyline in AEW right now. Fuck the Death Riders. He said there are 3 things that he hates in this world. It's running out of biscuits, English IV, and when a little bitch with a spray tan spits in his face. So there you go. He even mentioned why he's angry. He's angry at MJF and the fucking guy spit in his face last week. We didn't need him to beat fucking jobber number 1 from the WWE 2K25 community section on Dynamite in the opening match. He could have just started the fucking show off with this promo, and that's it. Adam Page is legit and badass enough to warrant people's attention. So he sat in the chair, and he's going to sit there until someone finds MJF so he can give him an ass beating of a lifetime. So MJF comes out, and MJF looked very sharply dressed tonight, that MJF. He walks out looking good, but he's got a bloody towel, and he's wiping his hands with a bloody towel. And then he asks Adam Page if he's nuts. You're a ruthless killer, devoid of any emotions. I'm not fighting you right now. He says he's not sure he has a prayer at Revolution, but he's going to go back to the most magical place on earth, Long Island, New York, and train for this match at Revolution. He was about to leave, and then he walks back out and says, oh, shit, I just forgot. I forgot what I came out here for. He says he's awfully worried about his friend, and he should go check on him. This is the part where we find out who's actually real, says MJF. He throws the mic down, and then we cut to an image of Christopher Daniels bleeding in the back, leaning up against some production crates. He's got blood on his forehead, dripping down his face. He's got blood on his shirt. Hangman takes the chair, and he marches backstage searching for MJF. He's asking people backstage, where is he? Where is he? He's looking for MJF. So he goes over to see Christopher Daniels laying there, and he finds Christopher Daniels laying there on the floor, and then he looks over at the medics. He's like, get over here, attend to him. And then he goes on to continue looking for MJF. And that's the way the segment came to a close. So this has nothing to do with Max. This has nothing to do with Adam Page. This has everything to do with the producer of the segment, Tony, and the writing team, the creative team. Why didn't people attend to, first of all, before that, why didn't we physically see MJF attack Christopher Daniels? I mean, he came out wiping his hands, which were clearly not bloodied, with a blood-soaked towel, number one. I mean, it's just fucking ridiculous from my vantage point. That's number one. Number two, why didn't we physically see the attack of MJF and Christopher Daniels? You know, visual is key. You don't think that would add more heat on top? I don't want to just see Christopher Daniels laying. Like Jesse said in the beginning, we need to know the why of how we got to where we got. Why didn't we get from point A to point B? It's like they went right to point B. Who the fuck attacked him? MJF. Okay, how did he attack him? Why didn't we see the attack? Why didn't the show start off with MJF attacking Christopher Daniels away from everybody and MJF being carried away by security guards, only to then break free and show up in the arena when Page was in the ring with a microphone? That's number two. Number three, when Page got backstage, where the fuck were the medics? They just left Christopher Daniels lying on the floor fucking bleeding out? So why were the medics standing in the corner, not attending to this poor soul who's bleeding profusely on the ground? Why did it take Page to go backstage, for him to ask where the medics are, for them to go attend to Christopher Daniels bleeding on the floor? I mean, what the fuck am I watching here? Does anybody have a problem with the logic gaps that you just blatantly showcase on your television show? Jesse, please tell me you saw the same thing that I did.
Yeah. So what I think what happened here was they skipped at least a week of compelling storytelling. If they wanted to start the show off with MJF killing Christopher Daniels, why not end last week's show with a cliffhanger of Christopher Daniels looking the way that he looked when we started the show, giving us the cliffhanger of what in the hell happened to Christopher Daniels? Tune in next week to find out. You completely missed out on an opportunity to bring viewers back this week. If the very first thing we're going to see is Christopher Daniels looking the way that he is, we should have ended that last week with that very same visual.
Never mind, Jesse. They ended they did what they did last week, and it was a great segment between Page and MJF. Why didn't they end the show this week with it? They ended the show with a fucking wrestling match that we knew we were going to get the winner of anyway. And Omega's the winner. He gets this match with Takeshita. Everybody's fighting for the right to wrestle Kenny Omega, and he's not even a fucking champion.
Yep.
What are we doing?
Great fucking point. A perfect chance, a perfect opportunity for your commentary team to sell the story to the viewing audience. Oh my God, what happened to Christopher Daniels? Oh Jesus. Oh my God.
What are they going to do next week? What are they going to do next week now? You can't spread this shit out. Next week's the go-home show. What are you going to do then? Another fucking promo? What else needs to be said? Why didn't the show end with this visual? Why didn't we see MJF being carried out by police after a savage attack? Why?
Yep.
How did he attack him? Why is he laying on the floor? Where did he go?
Great point.
They just allowed him to walk out of the fucking building after leaving a guy looking like that.
Christopher Daniels is left looking the way that he was looking. Police caught wind of it. They observed it. They arrested him.
They legitimately gave away 2 weeks of television for nothing. For nothing.
Hangman convinces Christopher Daniels to not press charges and to get MJF out so that he can personally beat the shit out of him himself at the pay-per-view. Great shit.
I don't believe... That's an excellent point. I don't believe we're booking the story better than they are. How?
Great shit.
This creative team is the fucking worst I've ever seen. It's the worst I've ever seen. I'm sorry. I don't know how you watch this show and you're not upset by what you saw. I'm not even blaming MJF, and I'm not even blaming Page. The writing team is fucking garbage. They are fucking terrible. Every fucking one of them. I don't understand how you legitimately gave 2 weeks of television away before your fucking... This is the biggest storyline in the fucking company right now. This is a storyline that is going to hopefully get this company back on track. And you are giving shit away. You're giving it away. For what?
You had an idea. You had the core of a good idea. But my God, was it executed poorly. That was a good couple of weeks of phenomenal, compelling storytelling right there. You gave it away all in one segment. Cliffhanger, story in between. What happened, CD? It was MJF. Are you sure? Yes. The police took him because they saw him doing it. Because I didn't fucking snitch, but they saw him and they fucking took him to jail. Okay, don't press any fucking charges. Are you fucking nuts? No, I would have beat his ass myself. Let him out. Now I want to see what the fuck happens. Now I can't wait to see what happens. You took everything that you just did and you could have spread that out amongst at least 2 weeks. At least 2 weeks of story right there. Gave it away in 2 minutes.
Listen. I don't know what else to say. First of all, I don't know why something like this was needed. Why was this needed? Going into this first match. Why? Everything that you gave us is more than enough for match number 1. You know you're going to get at least 3 matches here. 2. You couldn't save this. Like Christopher Daniels is, I don't know how you want to label Christopher Daniels. Is he a big part of the Adam Page storyline arc? Probably not. I mean, the fucking guy got retired by Page. I mean,
What this feud is.
I don't understand how we just so haphazardly just go about the writing process here. I don't understand. Adam Page did so much worse to Christopher Daniels. What MJF did to him was nothing in comparison to what Page did. But I get the point that they're trying to make. But don't give everything away. You just gave away 2 weeks of television in a single segment. The feud going into the pay-per-view didn't need this visual. You save this going into the next pay-per-view where you're going to come out of it and there's going to be another 5 weeks of television. You're going to run through shit before we even get to the climax of this story. And then what? It's going to be them churning their wheels over and over again, just like every fucking feud that we see that dies out before we get to the next match and the next pay-per-view. So fucking done with this company, man. This is a fucking absolute disaster in every sense of the word. And again, I don't blame MJF and Adam Page for that. I don't.
No. You come out, you show us that Christopher Daniels took a murdering damn near, and then right away you get commentary saying, let's shoot right over to Renee Paquette. She's with Chris Jericho. Go ahead. Wait a minute. What about the dude that was sitting there bleeding to death? Hold on.
They did that during the segment. They did it during Nana. Nana cut a great promo tonight. He's basically telling Swerve, get my fucking jacket back or I'm done with you. And then Excalibur, right onto Renee. What the fuck?
Onto Renee. Let's go. I'm like, wait a minute. Let it.
What are you talking? This is your former world champion. Nana just cut a fucking heartfelt promo right to Renee to do what? What was the segment about? Page looking for MJF. After you already fucked up the segment to start the show. I'm going to run you over. Or whatever the fuck he said. Oh my God, I swear to God, man. I don't know how any of you fucking blithering fools, how you watch this show and you're not insulted by what you're watching. And then these people that think we hate for the sake of clicks and views and fucking all this other nonsensical garbage. I mean, you're watching this show. You are the vehicles for this fucking madman to go on Twitter every half an hour. Oh, AEW is on such a hot streak of shows. Meanwhile, they can't even get their writing in order. What hot streak? I could book matches too. It's more about booking matches. It's more than just booking matches. If you can't make sense of this, what the fuck are we doing here, bro?
They've been on a little bit of a warm streak. I don't want to call it a hot streak. A warm streak over the last few weeks.
It's like cooking rice at fucking low heat on the stovetop.
Yeah. And we've had people here in our chat saying, it's going to go to shit next week. Watch. No, I'm not taking that approach. No, because it's been good for a couple of weeks. It'll just, if it's good, we're going to keep calling it good. When it's bad, then I'll jump on it. Well, right now we're jumping on it, man. Because what I don't want to happen is for them to just regress back into whatever the fuck it was they were doing in 2024. I want to keep them on pace. The last few weeks before this were fine. They were warm. They were on an incline. Okay? It wasn't up, down. It was getting gradually better. This is a serious step back. And what I want is for someone to take a look at this and say, okay, what did we do over the last 4 to 5 weeks versus what we did tonight? And let's go back and get back on that same trajectory we were on a few weeks ago, because this was bad. I started this stream off saying I was not entertained. I thought it was a piss poor show. I was bored as shit. I literally fell asleep on it at spots. I had to fucking get up, walk around, and get a drink of water. This was a bad show.
Chad, are we wrong? Am I wrong in anything that I've discussed? Is Jesse wrong in anything that he's explained here? I know we're not. I mean, I dare someone to watch me. We're live on 4 different fucking platforms. I know one of you fucking half-witted idiots is gonna clip it. Clip it, please. Clip it. What are you gonna do? You're gonna make fun of me you're gonna make fun of me and Jesse that we hate the fucking show? You're a fucking idiot. You're an idiot if you think this is right and this is the right direction that they're taking. I love when you clip the show because I look at all the fucking brain-dead, half-witted idiots in the comments of these threads. JD doesn't know anything. JD this. JD's a fucking mark. He's a crybaby. He's a grifter. Whatever the fuck they're using now, these cool buzzwords. Motherfucker, if you think this is all right, you're the problem. You're the problem. Yeah. It's like a collection of an island of idiots all sharing the same fucking thought. They don't want any constructive criticism whatsoever. Meanwhile, we just booked the fucking show in this segment better than fucking 16 writers in AEW. What happened?
Man, cliffhangers. And as you clip shit, don't forget, make sure you clip the last few weeks when we were sitting there saying, this was a good show. This was a better show. I enjoyed this show. This was great. Was it perfect? No. But this was an enjoyable show. Clip all of that too. Don't just clip the bad shit.
I would love if you guys are watching someone else in the community that's live right now. Silent Monster probably call this shit out because I know him. He's a smart fucking guy. I want to see anybody else call this fucking nonsense out and say exactly what we said tonight. I guarantee fucking to you, Silent Monster is the only one that probably, questioned what happened here. Or maybe go about it in a different way, this segment. Guarantee you all the other major platforms didn't fucking call out a single fucking thing that we talked about. I would bet my fucking channel on it. Ridiculous. Unbelievable. What a fucking disgrace, man.
Yeah, they can do better because they have done better. This whole show was lazily put together.
And you can't claim that I'm pro WWE when I buried fucking SmackDown on Friday. So you could take that fucking excuse and shove it up your fucking asshole. I am one of the more even keel, right down the middle guys you'll see doing this shit, man. So it's not about, JD loves WWE. He's fucking Triple H and this and that. I buried SmackDown on Friday. Buried it. So where are you people now? And even when I bury something, people are thinking that I'm doing it for clicks. Oh my God, he's finally woken up. I've been saying SmackDown's been garbage for the last 9 months. What the fuck are you talking about? Where have you been? Holy shit.